Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
Ghana Talks Radio, #1.
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
Good morning, lovely listeners and viewers of Ghana Talks Radio. I answer to the name Regina Bliss. Yes, I know you are not expecting me to be here. Unfortunately, Miss Esenam couldn't join us today, so I would be taking over the first segment, and Miss Debbie Adorso would be taking over the second segment. As usual, today is a Friday, and I'm excited for the weekend. I believe you are also excited for the weekend. I know the weekend would be all fun, productive, and loving. But God is watching you. Yeah. So welcome to Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, where we bring you relevant news headlines. Yes, that matters to you, me, everyone, and also to the state. But before we move straight to today's headlines, we will be looking at some few news paper review. So on the front page of Daily Guide, growing public distrust in political leadership, threat to democracy. On that same page, we have remand, bail conditions being abused, Muntaka says. And on that same page, Court of Appeal grants Edu Boahene access to national security files. On that same front page of the Daily Guide, Galamsey pet swallows 4. Put an end to Galamsey, Moseda. Yo. Ghanaians and others ordered to leave Cambodia. And I don't want to use the word xenophobia for this Cambodia threatening people to leave their country, but I don't know what else to call it. I just plead with the government to should I say, enable the people, especially Ghanaians in Cambodia, to come back home safely. Looking at the news center, emergency care gaps exposed. Experts blame poor funding, weak management, and fragile patient protections. And on that same front page, Ghana has only 150 weather stations of 600 required, GMET says. And on that same front page, prosecute chiefs selling lands in waterways, Gamanche. We also have Africa must tell the mobile money success story. This is coming from Davis. Moving to our next paper review, the Daily Statesman. Afenyo inspires with selfless leadership. Asibi Yeboah extols minority leader at Osahin Excellence Lecture. And on that same front page, Ablakwa under pressure from Opon Nkrumah over RTI request. And the RTI stands for Right to Information. On the same front page of the Daily Statesman, AG abandons original position and Supreme Court delegate system case. The next one, Reverend Dr. Grace Adasi tops international religion research. And also, Akufo-Addo lauded over evacuation record and foreign policy. Wow. Moving to our next headline, the Ghanaian Times. At CEO's Summit, President John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency the First Gentleman of the States, caught private sector to drive growth. And also, shoe manufacturers appeal for government intervention to avert collapse. 6 arrested over murder of 45-year-old man at Juri and Pensia. And lastly, clear structures blocking waterways. This is coming from the Minister of This is from the Minister Linda Oklo. So she orders the MMDAs. On the front page of Daily Graphic, flood hit again. Many residents displaced. Houses, properties submerged. Yes. And also, nation will no longer seek IMF bailouts. Finance Minister. And also, rubber processors applaud government raw rubber exports ban. To our last two, Republic Press. $2 million scandal rocks JA plant pool as AJ drags Zoom Lion boss to court. And also, MOH and the fire over continued closure of Wager Pediatric Hospital. And lastly, the Chronicle. Extortion at the Chiwi SHS. Parents forced to pay 4K Ghana cedis unapproved fees. And lastly, Heath Goldfields to invest $20 million in Pristia Bogoso economy. Yes, and that's all for the main, just by the way, paper review. I have with me Miss Debbie Adoso, who would be joining me for this discussion as we talk about interests and matters of the state. Miss Debbie, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. Are you okay?
I'm good.
Yeah, okay now.
Yeah, I'm fine.
What did you eat this morning?
Oh, good.
What did you eat
I
this
ate
morning?
rice.
Oh, wow, that's nice. I really love your appetite.
Yeah.
You have a very huge appetite, especially
in the morning.
Hey, you are doing well. My sister is really doing well, though. If it's me,
Don't come
I
and tell
can't.
me. It's okay.
No, let me tell you. Because if it's me in the morning, I can't. But as the days go by, oh my God.
Food ambassador.
Yeah. I would compile everything and be eating it soppy. And you know, people who eat in bits really eat more than people who eat in bulk.
Yeah.
And to whom me will come na my ekesia and become a sem Vianney na midi and I'm yes. All right, so Miss Debbie, are you ready for today's major news headline? Okay, so without wasting much time, let's delve straight into today's major news headlines. First on the list, Ghana economy to expand 5% in 2026. This is coming from AFDB, that is the African Development Bank project Ghana's economy to expand by 5% in 2026, with growth expected to strengthen further to 5.4% in 2027. Positioning the country among the strong performing economies in West Africa. The projection is marginally higher than the 4.8% growth forecast by both the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank. According to the bank's 2026 African Economic Outlook report, Ghana's inflation rate is projected to end the year at 9%. This is higher than the current inflation range of about 3% being recorded by the country, reflecting expectations of improving macroeconomic stability and easing price pressures. The report also anticipates a gradual improvement in Ghana's fiscal position, with the fiscal deficit projected to narrow from 2.6% of GDP in 2026 to 2.2% in 2027. On the external front, Ghana is expected to maintain a relatively strong current account position, with a surplus of 3% of GDP in 2026, before moderating slightly to 2.7% in 2027, underscoring resilience in the country's external sector despite prevailing global uncertainties. More broadly, the African Development Bank projects West Africa's economy to grow by 4.7% in 2026, supported by robust agriculture, output, expanding agro-processing value chains, and sustained public investment in infrastructure, energy, and transport systems. However, the bank cautioned that rising geopolitical tensions, elevated global oil and fertilizer prices, and persistent supply chain disruptions remain significant downside risk to African economies, including Ghana. Yes, so Ghana economy to expand 5% in 2026. Ms. Debbie, so far so good. How are you seeing Ghana's economy? Is it in the right direction, or is it something that is unpleasing to the ears and eyes?
Well, we might not be where we want to be regarding our economy, but then I would say, for me, things are getting better, and the economy is thriving. The economy cannot just become better overnight. It will take some period of time, and then that has to do with the measures you are putting in place. How well are we able to? Are we going to sustain this same economy? Or, as I said, what measures are we going to put in place to ensure that the economy becomes better? It's being stabilized, and then we, the citizens, tend to benefit from it. Now, yesterday, I heard from the finance minister, and he said something that caught my attention. He said it's about time the macroeconomy translate into the physical being of the ordinary Ghanaian. So in as much as on paper we've been hearing that the economy is doing well, everything is in progress, the cedi to the dollar is stabilized and all that, if you get on ground,
That is not the reality.
that is not the reality on ground. Ghanaians are not really feeling it. In as much as we are feeling it, from the beginning I said we are not where
we are.
we need to be, yes, but then at least there is some sort of change compared to the previous years. I mean, the previous years we were told that
It was worse.
it was worse. Yes, it was worse. And then they told us that it can never revive. So in our mind, that was pumped into our mind.
Yeah.
So we knew that there is no way our economy will revive. But then along the line, when there was a change of government, we realized that was, so I say, a fallacy.
It was.
Because as long
myth.
as the economy it has revived and is thriving, but then it's yet to reflect in the daily
Lives of
the ordinary Ghanaian. So I would say that yes, the economy we are doing well. Sincerely speaking, Ghana, we are doing well. It's just a matter of time, and then I hope that the measures that we'll put in place moving forward is going to help us, because if you see a developing country, every developing country have a strong foundation when it has to do with their economy. If the economy is bad, forget it. No matter the policy you bring on board, it wouldn't stand, because all those policies you are bringing on board, all those initiatives you are bringing on board is being held by the economy, because it is money you'll be using to do all that. So if it has to do with the economy, or the economy is poor or is bad, it tends to affect everything. So they said it has moved from, is it 4 to 5?
Okay, so it's from 5 to 4% in 2027.
Okay, which means that, no, are you sure it's 5 to 7?
So to strengthen, with growth expected to strengthen further.
Okay.
So in 2027 we are looking at 5.4.
So it should tell you that they've been like a progress. So with this 5, you see, when you talk about the 5, it looks it looks like something that is small, but it's not small. If we want to calculate it in terms of finances, anything that has to do with the finances and all that, you will see that they've been an increase so far. So for me, I would say that our economy is doing quite well. we are not in hurry to compete with any other country. This is Ghana, and we want to make things better for us. So for me, the economy is pleasant for me, but then I just hope that as time goes on, we sustain it, because here lies the case: we've exited from IMF.
Exactly.
And so we need to put things in order. We need to ensure that we've started war, and then we need to also end war. Because if we don't end war, I mean, all eyes are on us, all ears are ready to like
criticize.
Thank you very much. So if we don't put the right
measures
in place,
it will suffer.
I'm telling you the truth. So,
but the economy is not something that is termed as personal growth. It needs human involvement. It needs other factors. So, what are some of the factors that you think or deem fit that the government need to approach to make sure that our economy is more stabilized and is also going in the interest of the people?
Okay, I think what one has to do is, I always say this: no country survive by depending on the labor force alone in their country. You partner with other investors outside the country, and that can only happen if your economy is attractive enough to draw these people into your country. So now that we are exiting IMFC, even what's the name? IMF has applauded Ghana that we are doing well, and even the debt Bank of Ghana incurred, they said all that worked in the progress of
our economy.
Yes, our economy. So it should tell you that we are doing massively well. The only thing the government has to do is that, as it stands now, our economy and the measures they've put in place so far, it's kind of attractive, or shall I say lucrative? It's attractive. So when you go to meet these investors, the only thing you will do is you convince them enough why they are supposed to invest in your country and the benefit they will get. So I think the best thing the government will need to do is to partner with other investors outside there. And I can boldly tell you that they've started it. We've seen instances where President Mahama traveled out of the country to meet people of other countries. I mean, negotiate with them so they can come in and help us as a country. So I think that is one. And another thing has to do with fiscal discipline. I mean, we need to be very cautious of our spending as a country. If we don't spend properly, if we don't allocate funds into needed projects, we might end up in debt. And so that needs to be taken very seriously. And I think one thing has to do with corruption.
That is really drawing us back as a country.
Corruption. And corruption as it is not a ghost. It is we humans that involve ourselves in it.
We are full in it.
So we will need to arrest that human mosquito that is behind that noise. Because see, if you listen to this public account committee, anytime I listen to them, I feel this kind of pain.
As you said, if you are not strong enough, if you have high blood pressure, you're not supposed to watch it.
For that one, yes, true. If you know, like you have BP, you don't watch the public account committee proceedings, because when you do, you will die. Because the things you will hear and the amount of money that have been embezzled, you ask yourself, so these people call themselves patriotic citizens of the country. You are being entrusted with a job to do. So it means they believe, you see, if the government should give you a nod to do something, or the government should give you the opportunity to handle an office, it means they have some sort of trust in you.
Exactly.
So if that office is being given to you, like, you take it seriously with all your might, I mean with all your being, and then you work towards that. But then when you don't do that, it's kind of as if you don't care. And then that is exactly what we see, because they were being given that office and then they end up embezzling from the state. Look at the NSS scandal.
In fact, huge sum of money.
We have NSS personnel who are working and then they are not getting their pay. And I vividly remember then NSS personnel were demonstrating because they were not receiving. They were not receiving their pay. And don't forget that most of these NSS personnel do not get places closer to them. You might get a work somewhere like in the eastern region, but you're from Greater
so
Accra.
you have to move.
And then you don't receive your pay. So just imagine, how will you survive? Excuse me.
Sorry.
How will you survive? That would be kind of very, very difficult. And then we have ghost names. People who do not exist receiving money, deceased receiving money, and then project that is it needed very small sum of money to complete it. We forge letters, invoices just to get all these monies and all that. So the government will need to stand its grounds to fight corruption. That can only happen if there is strict monitoring and supervision. And then whoever is being caught, the person will need to face the law. When we use people as an example. When people face the law, it being served as a deterrent to others. But when we don't do that, Ghana becomes a safe haven, or government institutions, becomes a safe haven for criminals to loot, because everybody feels like, oh, exactly. that is where I can loot, and then no one will come after me. So I think these are the key things I feel the government needs to put in place to ensure that things are being done the right way, and then we don't go back begging for arms, because this is what we are preventing to do. Anytime we keep saying that Ghana is beyond aid, but we keep going to these people to beg for money. And I'm so happy that IMF have willingly accepted the fact that they will take us through. Is it a policy coordination instruments or something? They've willingly accepted that they will take us through them the ways and to maintain our economy without borrowing. So they will advise us on how to go about the economy, things we need to do, things we are not supposed to do. And you see, what is funny is that for me, I don't think we don't know what we are supposed to do. We know. We know. The only thing is that the laws are there, but it's not being enforced. So when we are ready to enforce the law, when we are ready to when we are ready to make people when we are ready to fight corruption, when we are ready to spend wisely, then trust me, Ghana will be, I think, one of the best African countries. In fact, we are the best already. We are the best.
So far. People are already praising
I
Ghana.
know, right?
Yes. So we have several factors that contribute to the growth of an economy. And as Ms. Debbie said, fighting corruption is one of them, and also fiscal discipline. So to add to a few, first off, industrial development, we have agriculture, investment, education and skills, technology and innovation, trade and exports, good infrastructure, political stability and good governance, natural resources, and entrepreneurship and small businesses. So this factors contribute to the growth of the economy. And also we should put in mind that the economy to grow steadily and forwardly, it is not only the duty or the assignment of the government, it is both of us, our duty. This is a collective responsibility. The government, private businesses, citizens, farmers and traders, investors, banks and financial institutions, and international partners. Inti Ghana beye ya, efri menewo, efri nipa baako. We all come together to make sure that the growth of the economy or the growth of Ghana is our major duty. So moving to our next major headline. Ghana trapped in short-term politics due to failed long-term planning. This is coming from Chairman of the National Development Planning Commission, Dr. Nee Moy Thompson. He has criticized Ghana's persistent failure to implement long-term national development plans, warning that the country risks remaining trapped in short-term political cycles at the expense of structural transformation. Dr. Thompson described the absence of a functioning long-term national development framework as a major blind spot in Ghana's development architecture. According to him, Successive governments have produced multiple long-term policy frameworks over the past decade, yet implementation has remained largely absent. I repeat that again. Successive governments have produced multiple long-term policy frameworks over the past decade, yet implementation has remained largely absent. Over the 10-year period, small businesses loans, over the 10-year period, we then ended up with what is 4 basically long-term plans that were never implemented, he stated. Dr. Thompson listed the abandoned initiatives as the 40-year National Development Plan, Ghana Beyond Aid, Ghana Beyond Return, and Vision 2057. Hey, you drew 2057. So basically, we have been chasing our tails and hoping that we will get to where we want to get to, and it doesn't work, he added. He contrasted Ghana's styled planning culture with countries pursuing deliberate long-term industrial strategies, citing China's economic transformation agenda. It was the same 2015 that China launched the Made in China program. A lot of the accomplishments you see there over the past 10 years were started the same year that we started the 40-year National Development Plan, and then we brushed it aside over some of the most petty complaints, he said. Dr. Thompson noted that disagreements over nomenclature and political transitions delayed implementations of the country's long-term policy framework, despite persistent development gaps. Some said the name of it wasn't the right one, so they spent almost a decade quibbling about the fact that it should be called a framework instead of a plan. But children were still studying under trees, he stressed. He also defended the role of the Commission against calls for it to be fully depoliticized, arguing that development planning is inherently political. Development as a whole is a political process, he said. However, he explained that while the Commission has a political leadership structure aligned with the government of the day, its technical arm remains permanent and non-partisan to ensure continuity across administrations. Dr. Thompson further disclosed that the NDPC, in collaboration with the Ministry of Finance, has begun sanctioning ministries, departments, and agencies that fail to align expenditure with approved development plans. According to him, some institutions have historically spent public funds without reference to national plans and failed to provide evidence of implementation outcomes. And so starting last year, we worked collectively with the Ministry of Finance and began to punish the various ministries, departments, and agencies that do not comply with the law, he reviewed. He maintained that stronger institutions, implementation, discipline, and long-term planning continuity would be critical if Ghana is to build resilient and sustainable economic growth over the next quarter century. Calls for open party primaries to all members. That was a lengthy one because it's very important. And this draws my attention to what Ms. Debbie said. With whatever that we are talking about now, it still boils down to corruption. Because tell me why, as a department, as an institution, you've been handed an amount of money to see to it that this development goes on, wherever it is, anytime, any day, make sure it goes on. But you decide to pocket state money and squander it for what exactly? And these people are left to go freely. This is the time for these people to account for it, and also to our government officials, both the NDC and NPP. They come into power, start a project, and it is left to rot. It is left to rot,
In the
then they'll
bush.
come back to us and bring another policy. In fact, the same policy,
Yeah,
but
different name.
redesigned in a different way.
Branded.
Just a marketing, papa. So, Miss Debbie, this is what Mr. Nee Moy Thompson is saying. Do you agree with him?
Of course, I do. I do agree with him. Now, I want us to look at something very small. During Nkrumah's time, he developed the 7-year development plan from 1963 to 1969. And it was launched on Parliament on 16th March 1964. And it was supposed to run till June 1970. So the three main goals has to do with speed up national economic growth, socialist transformation through rapid state and cooperative sector development, eradicate the colonial structure of economy, and build African scientific socialism. So two big pillars has to do with modernization of the agriculture sector, most rapid expansion of industrial activity. The vision was a strong and progressive society where poverty, illiteracy, and diseases no longer exist. Everyone will be able to work. Everyone willing to work should have jobs at high productivity to raise living standards. So under that, he built the Akosombo Dam, which we are still using up to now. He built state enterprises like factories for boats and Akeremu, jute bags. Do you know we have a glass factory here in Ghana?
Glass.
Yes, Akeremu.
Wow.
With the marble, the paint factory, the shoes, mango juice, and a whole lot. When it has to do with infrastructure, the roads, and we can talk of the Tema motorway. Then when we talk about the schools, a lot of schools was built under Nkrumah. And I can boldly say that it has been of use to us now as it stands now. So you see, I've always been saying something that why don't we have a national plan? So this is the national plan of Ghana. Maybe it's a 10 years national plan, or maybe it's a 20-year national plan. So this is it. Any party that comes on board, or any government that comes on board, you are going to take infrastructure. So if MPP comes on board, MPP are going to take infrastructure. This is what you do. Focus on building schools and hospitals. That is what you do for your 4-year term. Focus on building schools and hospitals, or maybe roads, one at a time. So maybe you come and say, okay, I want to focus on roads and schools. So for 4 years, you are building schools, well-equipped schools, and well-equipped hospitals. So after 4 years, we know that is what you are doing. And so every money that is being allocated is allocated for that. So when you are done, and then the next government that will come on board after that, after that 4 years, maybe you are going to focus on construction of road. And you're not coming to construct any basa road, though. Not the roads that you construct. Anytime there is a drizzle of rain, the road is flooded. And then potholes everywhere. Like after every 4 years, we are constructing roads. And I don't know whether you've paid attention to our politicians. Their manifestos is always the same. After every 4 years, we are still building schools. After every 4 years, we are still constructing roads. I feel like where we've gotten to as a country, we should move far above that. Ghana, how old are we as a country?
69.
We are still talking about good schools, equipped schools. Do you know we still have students who learn under trees as it stands now? We still have students who do not have this normal equipment, gadgets like computer. We are used to seeing computer. There are some schools that they've not even seen computer with their eye before, but they are being taught ICT. And you want this same student to compete with a student who is in Accra yet? No. It doesn't happen that way. And that is why there is always a gap between students here in Greater Accra and students who find themselves in remote areas. So imagine there is a national development plan, and this is what it states. You don't come with your manifesto. We are telling you what to do. So the national plan is guiding you on what to do. You don't come with manifesto, because the manifestos, 99% of what they've been stating in the manifesto does not materialize. They only do part of it, and the part they do, they start and then they leave it. I don't know who they are leaving it for. They start and then they leave it. And my problem is, any government that comes on board, you bring out an initiative, you bring out a policy. It doesn't end there. The policy is being presented to Parliament. the members of parliament who are representing us in parliament deliberate on that policy, and after it's been accepted, there is an allocation of fund for that particular project. So if maybe we are building about 50 schools, say maybe in a Volta or somewhere in the eastern region, and we are targeting like maybe 10 well-equipped schools in all of these regions, and this is the amount of money we are supposed to use. This is the sole money that will be used to complete all those buildings. It is funny because after that money is being allocated, they will still come back and tell us that the money is not enough. But we are here kind, so no, the project they've started, they've not even gotten to the lantern level.
Yeah.
And people are engaged in that. They embezzle the money. We don't even ask them how they've gone about it. They don't account to us. They don't tell us anything. In fact, we are being kept in darkness. And then these same people will still come to us after 4 years and give us plantain chips, and then we'll vote for them. They'll give us yogurt. We will vote for them. It's because they've realized that we are, should I say we are dumb or we are daft, or which one?
We are daft.
Yes, they've seen us to be fools. Let me put it that way. Because they know that it's just like a kid. Oman a toffee and a phone or veggie toffee na jai phone.
Exactly.
So all the toffee be share anoa. Ne di wachi jozo like zoom lions and flies. Like you get it. And it's you see, that is why we'll never move forward. Until some things are taken seriously, we will still be marking time as a country. And what Mr. Thompson is saying is just the truth. For me, I sometimes I just want us to accept the fact that we've woefully failed
As a country.
Yes, it's Sankofa entry, right?
Yeah.
When you accept you're wrong, that is when you come to the realization that you want to improve. But when you don't accept the fact that you are wrong, there is no way you improve, and that is what we are doing. We don't want to accept the fact, say, like we failed. The leaders, they don't want to accept the fact that they failed us. Because tell me why somebody will embezzle state money, we cannot even arrest him. As it stands now, we don't even know whether the person will be coming in here or not. We cannot arrest anybody. No politician has ever arrested themselves before. It is only one excuse after the other. They keep granting bills, and by the time you realize it, and you expect us to grow like this as a country, we are joking.
We are joking because we can't grow like this as a country. That was a heated one from Miss Debbie. So up next we have the Debbie's Grill. Yes, the Debbie's Grill, where she would grill the more. I can't wait to hear what she's about to grill. If I might eat or not. Yes. So up next is Debbie's Grill.
Welcome to Debbie's Grill, where we talk about issues that matter to the state, void of politics, fear of favor. Economic freedom fighters leader Julius Malema has criticized Ghana's decision to evacuate its citizens from South Africa, following the reported xenophobic incident, arguing that the move was unnecessary and undermines diplomatic effort between the two countries. Speaking in an interview, he said Ghana's response risked escalating tensions and created a misleading impression that xenophobic attacks reflect the wider South African society rather than isolated actions by a small group of individuals. Malema argued that while the concerns affected foreign nationals were understandable, Ghana should have allowed more time for closer diplomatic engagement and for South African authorities to fully address the reported incident. The president of Ghana should have given us some time to really deal with this issue. We will get to the bottom of it. We need to pursue the diplomatic engagement with Ghana until we find one another. He added that Ghanaian nationals who still feel unsafe, particularly those with valid documentation, should seek protection from South African Police Service, noting that support structures were unavailable to assist them. He called for continued cooperation between Ghana and South Africa, stressing that sustained diplomatic engagement remains essential to prevent further escalation over the reported xenophobic incident. His comment comes after about 300 Ghanaian nationals arrived in Accra following evacuation arrangement by the Ghanaian authorities. According to Ghana's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, more than 800 Ghanaians had voluntarily registered for evacuation after reports of renewed violence and safety concerns in some community. So this is from the Economic Freedom Fighters leader, Julius Malema. I feel like I don't really know how the South Africans see us. I don't know whether they see us to be fools, or maybe we don't know what we are doing or what. So we should just sit down and keep quiet and watch our people die. That is where we will take action to save them. They are not orphans. They are from a country. They have an origin. The fact that they find themselves in South Africa doesn't mean that they don't have anywhere to go. And he said something. He was like, "Oh, it's harsh. We are not supposed to take such an action because it is just a small group of people who are doing that, and it's being termed as if all South Africans are bad." And that is it. All South Africans are bad. What do you expect us to say? If I find myself in a different country and I mess up, I'm Deborah. But when I'm being caught, the first thing they'll ask me is, which country am I coming from? Ghana. And even the headline, they might not mention my name. They will maybe say a citizen from Ghana did this, did that. So in as much as it is not all Ghanaians that was caught in that act, I'm representing my country as an individual. So if I'm being caught in a crime or an act that is against their laws, they are not going to arrest me as Deborah. I'm Deborah, but definitely I'm representing a country. So my country will be robbed with that kind of, title. Although that title is a bad one, but then in a way I'm tarnishing the image of my country, and that is how it is. So you don't expect South Africans maltreating our people, and then we just keep quiet and clap for you because you are doing your best. No, it is bad. See, this is not the time we need to sit down as core countries and then talk about issues. No, this is not the time to do that. We are humans, for crying out loud. And the form of the form of attack that was being released on our people was very, very bad. Was very, 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 very bad. They were being beaten. They don't care. And there was one video I saw, and one Ghanaian woman was like, even the police, the security personnel in South Africa, who is supposed to fend for the ordinary people, do not even care. So they are beating you, and then the police is standing there like they are just looking at things. They don't even care of saving you. It's like the new normal. And then you are saying that the steps we've taken is too much. You've not seen anything yet. You know one thing about we Ghanaians, we are very slow to act. And that doesn't mean we are timid. This was perfectly stated by our first president, Asajio for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. He said Ghana being so calm doesn't mean we are timid. We are not. We are just looking for a perfect time to strike. And so you don't expect us to sit down, watch our people being maltreated in other countries as if they are orphans. We have South Africans here in Ghana. We have them. You didn't even think about your people here in Ghana. You didn't even think about your companies here in Ghana. And then you went ahead to do that. Can you just imagine a fellow African fighting his or her fellow African? That is uncalled for. That is uncalled for. It is not nice. And it's not even preaching good about us as Africans. It means we are not even united. That they are taking the jobs from you. How many jobs have you created? How many jobs have you created in your country? Now they are gone. The companies are there. Go and occupy and start. Working. If it is a bank that was being opened by Ghanaians, go and start working. If only you have the license to work as a banker, then you go in and then you start working. I think it's about time we also react. We are humans. You see that kind of thing. Say Ghana yasumbe my God. We have to forgo those things, because see, even as a human being, if you allow yourself, you mellow yourself, you do yourself as if, oh, maybe people talk down on you and then you don't retaliate, you're being walked upon. People take you for nothing. So once in a while, you show that other side of you. I'm not saying you should go about and be barking like a dog, no. But once in a while, you show them that being calm doesn't mean I'm a fool. Or doing something and then you see me keeping quiet doesn't mean that I don't have the other side of me. The other side is being kept for a purpose, and is being kept for a specific day to strike. And so I feel like, as it stands now, we are supposed to match boot for boot. We need to match the energy. And you see, the most funny aspect is that Goldfield is one of South Africa's mining firm in Ghana here. And you see, yesterday they launched an initiative, and that has to do with, they are pumping in 20 million to build schools for their people. And you see, when I saw that, one thing just came in mind. I was like, okay, so these people have been mining in that community for almost 30 years. And there is nothing to show. And I feel like because this tension is becoming so tensed, so they want to do something. And trust me, this is not going to work. Please, we are for this one, we are begging our government. We are not going to match this one calmness to calmness. No. We are not going to say, oh, because Ghana is a cool country, Ghana is a calm country, and so we are not going to take action. We will just keep quiet. But we keep quiet, these people are not going to take us seriously. I'm not saying that we should go beating them. We are not hooligans. We can't do that. We are not serial killers, so we will not even touch them. But there are other alternatives that we can also touch on. And I feel like that would truly help. And sincerely speaking, as I said yesterday, I mean, the government needs to be commended. The president needs to be commended. The Minister for Foreign Affairs needs to be commended. They've done really great. And like, I felt so emotional when I see some of the videos. The government didn't even wait. They went in for our people. And the Foreign Affairs Minister says something. You are not an outcast. You are not. You belong somewhere, and your nation has opened its arms to receive you. This is your root. We understand the fact that it's kind of painful because you went there building something, and I know some people have been there for more than 20 years or so. So it's painful. You've built something, and then all of a sudden they are telling you to let go of everything and then come back to your country. No matter how bad your country is, it is still your country. Oko Sensei cry, you still come back to your country. That is it. And then when you see the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Chief of Staff, Julius Debra, with some people waiting for them at the airport to receive them. Like, I mean, it was nice. Kind of emotional. And also a bit of excitement. It tells you that you belong somewhere and the people are ready to receive you in here. To South Africa, you've not seen anything yet. We've not met you with guns or whatever it is. Our president did the best thing. You said you don't need our people there. So what do you expect us to do? We should keep quiet for you to kill with them? No. We've evacuated them. And I'm sure by the end of this week to next week, the remaining people in South Africa will also will meet us here in Ghana. And then we'll leave them to face their worlds, to face their issues and their difficulties. The most funny thing is that they feel other Africans living in their country is the problem. They are the reason why their people are not being employed. They are the reason why things are not going as it's supposed to go. And so they are sacking them. Now, I pray every other African country living in South Africa as it stands now will pack their things and leave so that they face their own fate. And when things get worse, they will realize that no African is the cause of their problem. They are their own problem. And they will need to face the drum themselves. We are not going to dance to the beat of the drum. They will dance to it themselves. And sincerely speaking, President Mahama has done so well. He has really done so well. And as I said, we need to applaud him. This is not politics. This is speaking to the truth as it is. And to South Africa, we will not sit aloof and then watch you kill our people before we'll be running in to take them out. No, we wouldn't do that. We've realized that South Africa is not a home. So we are coming back to ourselves. And we've picked our people from there. But as for the action, I feel I'm kung fu power. We are now coming to unfold the role being. When we talk about Ghanaians, who we are, you are now coming to see it. Thank you for making time with me on Debbie's Grill.
Thank you so much, Miss Debbie, for giving us that grill. And to the South Africans, as she said, we will not sit aloof for you to abuse and kill our citizens. And in fact, they've already killed some people, because listening to some of these individuals coming into the country, they said they kill a lot of people. And South Africans are known to be chaotic.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't sit aloof, as she said. Yes. So thank you so much, Ms. Debbie. But before we leave, there's a birthday message. Yeah. So birthdays happen only once a year. And today is all about you. To a beautiful soul, an amazing heart, and the incredible woman you are, we are truly blessed to have you in our lives. May this new year bring you endless joy, love, success, good health, and everything your heart desire. We love you beyond words. Happy birthday, our dearest Essie. This is coming from Lawal, Kobe, and the family. So happy birthday to you, our dearest Essie. On behalf of Ghana Talks Radio, we wish you all the best and a very happy birthday. So up next is the morning news from Miss Debbie Adorso.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bless,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to the morning news update on Ghana Talks Radio. Coming up this morning, Greater Accra Regional Minister Linda Oklo is calling for faster flood reporting across the region while cautioning against the growing trend of filming emergencies for social media. In the Western region, the Chief of Prestia Himan has commended Heath Gold for a $20 million community development aimed at boosting local infrastructure in the community. On the diplomatic front, the New Patriotic Party communicator Kwesi Kwanten says Africa should prioritize diplomacy in responding to the latest xenophobic attacks in South Africa. Meanwhile, Ghana and Jamaica have agreed to deepen bilateral cooperation following their third permanent joint commission for cooperation meeting. Ranking member on Parliament Health Committee, Dr. Nana Eyiwe says the Ministry of Health cannot blame the contractor for alleged misprocurement at Wager Children's Hospital, noting all transactions were approved by the Public Procurement Authority. In business, Deloitte Ghana is urging government to move beyond policy announcement to measurable jobs for Ghanaians. We have details of these stories and many others coming up shortly. Greater Accra Regional Minister Linda Oklo has called on Ghanaians to promptly report incidents that require urgent action from authorities. According to her, early intervention is key to preventing further flooding in the region. Her remarks comes as part of Accra continue to grapple with recurrent flooding which has disrupted movement and damaged property in several communities.
Our doors are always open. Never hesitate to let us know. Sometimes, we would wish you give us more phone calls to alert us as to the happenings within the region so that we can take active measures in solving some of the issues within the district. For instance, yesterday we were told that one 8-year boy was swept, during the rain, and so some of the people behind, their interest was only to take videos and pictures to share instead of calling on us, to take immediate action. So please, we are begging of you, let us know of anything so that we can assist in that regard.
The Chief of Prestia Himan, Nana Atebo-Apra, has welcomed Heath Goldfield's newly launched $20 million 5-year community development initiative, calling it a positive step for mining host communities in the area. Speaking at the launch event, he commended the mining company for its commitment to supporting local development. He described the investment as a good start towards addressing key infrastructure and social needs in communities affected by mining operations.
I think this initiative will go a long way to transform our communities and make changes within the mine operation area. For a long time, we don't see any commitment from any previous operator, unlike this one. So it is beginning of a good thing to happen. And we have to ensure that we select sustainable development and make proper accountability to our people so that we can see good use of this fund as we go forward. We have selected a lot of projects. We have to make sure that this project come into reality. This is not the only project that we are looking for. There are more, but one step at a time. So we believe that within about 5 years, there will be a total transformation within our catchment area. It's so small, it's big. We haven't mined for even a year, and we are getting 20 million 5-year development plan is a good initiative. We are starting it small. So I believe that after 5 years, definitely there will be changes. And you will go on. In the past, we don't even hit $1 million. But this time around, a year, 1 million for community development. A journey of 1,000 might begin with a step. So I believe that you will go far with this amount of money that we are going to do.
Kwesi Kwantin of the New Patriotic Party communication team urges Africa to exercise restraint and prioritize diplomacy over escalation in the face of South Africa's xenophobic attacks. He called on African countries and regional blocs to avoid inflammatory reactions and instead pursue measured diplomatic engagement with Pretoria. According to him, dialogue and diplomatic channels remain the most effective means of resolving tensions and protecting African nationals abroad.
You see, there's a temptation for people to be angry and react in the same measure. Me, I'll call on the rest of the African communities to be a bit circumspect. And of course, I mean, with this one, I will disagree on this. Maybe, probably, we still have to use the diplomatic approach. Diplomatic approach does not necessarily mean that we are going to just laugh with you. We can also be fair, even in our application of diplomatic approach. You need to understand the problem and the people of South Africa. You need to understand their problem. First of all, you look at a country like South Africa, they just had independence in 1994, right? Yeah. I mean, I'm even older than, I say I'm a young person, but I'm older than South Africa. But before that, predating that, and even during the time of independence, the only legacy South Africa had was the apartheid legacy. Yeah. The apartheid legacy, there was no jobs in South Africa. The inequality gap was so wide, and as of now, in terms of the inequality gap between the rich and the poor, South Africa is the highest in the whole world. You go beyond that, no proper housing regime, no power, proper power. We are suffering from those, so they are suffering from the same thing because they rely on Namibia. And when Namibia doesn't have access and Tanzania to give to them, the whole country goes off. Then they had higher expectations. Just like from our independent days, when Nkrumah declared they want to free forever. So people thought that indeed we are going to, when we are sleeping, they will be putting milk and honey in your mouth. Then the expectations were not met. Right from the apartheid legacy, they were then confronted with the reality. The inequality gap continued to widen, and even more before than even the pre-apartheid days. No housing regime, no proper employment, no jobs. And indeed, beyond employment, some of them are even non-employable. They don't have the skills. And those who are employed too are underemployed. And a lot of people are not employed. I checked their unemployment data. Compared to Ghana, we are doing around 13%. South Africa is doing 31%. Wow. Yeah. 31%. So I don't get the basis why people are still even going there. And so you have this structural inefficiencies, structural cracks. Instead of addressing them, usually when it's getting to election year, they say no, it is the Nigerians, it is the Ghanaians that is causing this problem. So that the politicians now absolve themselves from blame. Recall, in 2008, some of this incitement led to about 60 deaths. And these are context, these are the recorded ones.
Ghana and Jamaica have agreed to deepen bilateral cooperation following the conclusion of the third Permanent Joint Commission for Cooperation meeting. Officials from both countries met to review progress on existing agreements and explore new areas of collaboration in trade, culture, education, and technical exchange. The talks reaffirmed the shared commitment to strengthening South-South cooperation between the two nations. The Permanent Joint Commission serves as the main platform for coordinating Ghana-Jamaican relations, building on historical and cultural ties between the two countries.
Gave institutional expression to the historic bonds through the establishment of the Permanent Joint Commission for Cooperation. That framework has since provided an important platform for advancing partnership in areas such as trade and investment, tourism, health, education, defense, and culture, while reaffirming our shared determination to translate historical solidarity into tangible progress for our peoples. The PJCC can serve as an important platform for dialogue and practical cooperation between our two countries. Its previous sessions, held in Accra in 1999 and in Kingston in 2005, helped to advance our shared agenda and produce important outcomes, including the agreement on cooperation in the field of arts and culture. We must, however, feel quite embarrassed that since 2005 we haven't met, and it is good that we are making history today after a 21-year hiatus that we are reviving the PJCC, and we commit that moving forward it will not be another wait of 21 years before we really deepen our cooperation and achieve the results that our people yearn for. As we gather here today for this third session, we must be guided above all by a commitment to implementation. It should not just be about what we sign, but it must be about the results and the impact that what we sign here today will represent in the lives of our people.
Our gathering today represents an important step in the strengthening of our partnership. Minister, I know you won't contradict me if I say it represents a new energy. It represents a new commitment to delivering on the potential that exists when we build modern, pragmatic, binational cooperation on a firm foundation of heritage, of struggle, of shared philosophies, of values, and of vision. You have heard the Minister sharing the connection between our first national hero, the Right Excellent Marcus Mosiah Garvey, and Jerefurth's first president, Osajefo, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. So I will not repeat it, but the power of this connection, when added to our joint painful histories, ground well the reason Jamaica supported Ghana's historic proposal to take the reparatory justice fight to the highest multilateral forum in the world, the United Nations, and why we not only worked closely with Minister Ablakwa and his team as much as possible and supported the resolution, but why every day we commend him and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama for making this historic commitment and following through within the year.
According to the ranking member on Parliament Health Committee, Dr. Nana Ayew Afriye has no basis to blame the contractor for alleged misprocurement at Wager Children's Hospital. Speaking in an interview, he said all transactions related to the project received approval from the Public Procurement Authority, leaving no grounds to hold the contractor responsible for procurement breaches. His comment comes amid ongoing scrutiny of the Wager Children's Hospital project and questions over procurement processes. Dr. Ayew Afriye maintained that the Public Procurement Authority's approval of the transactions shifts accountability away from the contractor and towards the procurement oversight process.
At every stage of the process, the World Bank were aware that the project had to be enhanced from a 40-bedded to a 120-bedded facility. Now, the little difficulty here is the equipment. The stakeholders approved at each step that, okay, you want to enhance the project, go ahead and enhance it. Then, after the post-procurement conference, the World Bank was of the position that, okay, we didn't want this, you have agreed, okay, but we also think there's a CT scan that has a very high, is highly priced. All this went through the procurement processes in the country. So if you attack procurement, which has gone to PPA approved, they have a contract, ministry has a contract with a contractor, and you have issues with procurement, then you are more or less attacking the PPA or the procurement authority of this country. It's got nothing to do with the contractor. The contractor has already fixed the item. They've bought power gas which were not part of the original scope. But in enhancing it, they bought power gas all over. At this point, it's ready for use. What the Ghanaian know is that they want to use it. And this flimsy excuse of over or misprocurement should not be used now. It's totally needless. If you've been set up, then the World Bank has set you up. Now they've issued a statement ahead of you that open it. And nobody is talking about the misprocurement now. So what we are saying is that the good people of this country want the Wager Children's Hospital opened. and the Minister of Health should open it now.
In business, the country managing partner of Deloitte Ghana, Daniel Jojo Wusu, has called for urgent and deliberate reforms to address rising graduate unemployment. Speaking at the 10th Ghana CEO Summit, he said Ghana's dependence on mining and a few dominant sectors cannot absorb the thousands of graduates produced annually by universities and colleges across the country. According to him, research shows that only a small percentage of graduates secure meaningful employment within the first few years after completing school. Mr. Owusu described unemployment as a national challenge that requires coordinated effort from government, business, and civil society. While acknowledging effort by the Ministry of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation, he noted that Ghana has a significant untapped opportunities in the digital economy. Mr. Owusu advocated for a vocational education, arguing that countries such as China and Japan successfully use technical training to build globally competitive economies. On industrial growth, the Deloitte Ghana executive urged government to provide relief measures and incentives for local manufacturers in enabling expansion and job creation. He highlighted the national policy on integrated oil palm development as one of the promising initiatives capable of generating employment. He further called for increased support for Ghana's agriculture firm, stressing the need for practical and actionable policies that transform the industry. Touching on investment reforms, he expressed support for the new Ghana Investments Promotion Authority bill, describing it as a major step towards modernizing Ghana's investment framework. According to him, the proposed law will strengthen investor protection, improve dispute resolution, and create a more conducive environment for both local and foreign investment. In his concluding remarks, Mr. Owusu called for stronger collaboration between government, the private sector, and civil society to drive sustainable economic growth. Also in business, Finance Minister Dr. Kezela Toforsen has declared that Ghana's economy has moved from the intensive care unit to wellness center, signaling what he describes as a decisive shift from crisis management to sustained macroeconomic recovery. Presenting an update to Parliament on the progress in restoring macroeconomic stability and debt sustainability ahead of schedule, the minister said the country is now transitioning from reliance on external financial bailout to a more credible reform partnership anchored in discipline and investor confidence. He noted that the policy coordination instrument with the International Monetary Fund would be central to sustaining reforms, providing regular policy assessment and technical support that reinforces investor confidence. He added that Ghana's improved position reflects stronger fiscal discipline and coordinated policy action, which have helped stabilize key macroeconomic indicators. The remarks comes as government's continuous effort to consolidate gains in inflation management, currency stability, debt restructuring, and revenue mobilization amid attempts to rebuild long-term investor trust. According to the International Monetary Fund, its engagement with Ghana is now shifting beyond the extended credit facility program towards a reform focused on policy coordination instrument. It said ongoing discussions have combined the 2026 Article 6 consultation, the final ECF review, and negotiations on a 36-month non-financing with emphasis on maintaining a credible fiscal path, strengthening economic resilience, and advancing advancing structural reforms, the fund noted that improvements in Ghana's debt trajectory have created some fiscal space to support development priorities while safeguarding recent macroeconomic stabilization gains. However, I stress that this space depends on the effective implementation of ambitious public financial management and structural reforms aimed at reducing risk linked to contingent liabilities. Amid external uncertainties and elevated fiscal risk, particularly from state-owned enterprises and quasi-fiscal operations, the IMF said the PCI reform agenda will focus on stronger safeguards, transparency and accountability. To sports, Deputy National Sports Authority Director General Hussein Donko has welcomed the Auditor General's report on the audit of the 2023 African Games. The Continental Multi-Sports Competition was held in Accra in 2024 at the Boteman Sports, the University of Ghana Sports Stadium and the Bukom Boxing Arena. However, in the aftermath of the competition, concerns were raised about some financial irregularities connected to hosting the games. Former Sports Minister Mustafa Yusuf, the local organization committee chair Dr. Kweku Ofosu Asari, and former Chief Director of the Sports Ministry William Kate were named in the report and asked to refund over 570,000 Ghana cedis alleged misuse funds to the state. In an interview, the Deputy National Service Authority boss Hussein Donko said the report recommended sanctions for the aforementioned individuals over the expenditure of 580 million Ghana cedis. In showbiz, dancehall star Shatta Wale has hinted that himself, Stonebwoy and Sarkodie will travel together for a show outside the country, reigniting fan excitement over a possible joint appearance by the country's three biggest music acts. Shatta Wale did not specify the location or date, but the statement aligns with earlier announcements about Ghanaian stars taking their concert abroad in 2026. Sarkodie previously announced his Rapaholic concert debut in London this year, with plans to feature Shatta Wale, Stonebwoy, Black Sherif, and R2Bs. Stonebwoy has also confirmed that Beamfeast 2026 will be held in London for the first time, while Stonebwoy has said he is open to sharing a stage with Shatta Wale and Sarkodie. He stressed that such a collaboration should happen organically and not be forced for optics. On Global Update, Economic Freedom Fighters leader Julius Malema has questioned the timing approach of Ghana's response to recent tensions involving Ghanaian nationals in South Africa, arguing it risks escalating an already sensitive situation. Speaking to the press, Mr. Malema said the reaction from Ghana was not necessary at the moment, cautioning it could create negative perceptions and deepen divisions. He noted that while emotions were high, diplomatic handling of the situation would have been more appropriate to allow South African authorities space to manage development on the issue. He revealed that authorities are still engaging stakeholders to stabilize the situation and ensure protection for affected Ghanaian nationals. According to him, legally documented Ghanaian migrants who feel unsafe should be able to seek protection from law enforcement agencies. He also referenced accounts from affected individuals, including a Ghanaian woman who described alleged mistreatment and lack of police intervention in certain incidents. He stressed that such experiences highlight the emotional weight of the situation, but should not trigger rash diplomatic reactions. However, he insisted that Ghana's response should have been delayed to allow South African authorities time to address the issue internally and prevent further escalation. The comment comes amid ongoing diplomatic engagement and public debate over the government's pledge to facilitate the voluntary evacuation of Ghanaian nationals in South Africa who wish to return home following reported incidents of xenophobic attacks in parts of Southern African nation. And that's a wrap on the morning news update. Do all to log on to all streaming platforms as well as logging on to our website at www.GhanaTalksRadio.com for more news stories. I am Deborah Adolso. Thank you so much for sticking tuned to your radio. Good morning.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with Ghana Talks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With Ghana Talks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. Ghana Talks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries,
Koko Nikosi, alo komi keshito.
wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare.
Regina Bless.
Deborah Adoso.
And I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
Welcome to the second segment of the GTR Breakfast Show, and just as we do it on every Friday, we serve you a different menu of balanced meal, and we serve you a different menu of balanced meal. And so this morning I'm very, very excited because what we are coming to talk about is something that is dear to my heart, okay? And I know you will love it. I'm telling you the truth. This has to do with our environment, okay? Everything that has to do with our environment, the do's, the don'ts, whether there are sanctions, whether there are penalties when you do things that you are not supposed to do to harm the environment. Because trust me, if today our environments are so clean, there is nothing like airborne diseases, waterborne diseases, you not disposing refuse where you are not supposed to. Trust me, we will live in a heaven environment. And so this morning, that is basically what we are going to do with. But you know, I can't do this alone. And so we have in here, not just an expert, you will love him. So he is in person of Mr. Joshua Netege. Did I get that right, please? Did I get the surname correct?
Oh, it's okay. It's Joshua Netege.
Joshua Netege. Yes, okay, so he's the president of Environmental Protection Authority and vice president of Collect Clotte for the National Service Authority. No, wait, I want to get this one. National Authority
National
Service.
National Service Personnel Association.
Okay, National Service Personnel Association. Okay, so he's the vice president for them, and then I got to know something very small. You ensure that people who are being posted to your
district or
district,
municipal.
anything that has to do with rent issues, anything that has to do with delaying payment, you ensure that they get it on point.
Yes, please.
Oh, okay, that is nice. So please, can you tell us something small about your office?
Okay, so when it comes to the Environmental Protection Authority, which I'm the National Service President there, we deal with the environment, anything concerning the environment.
Okay.
So whether you are building, agriculture, industrial wise, hospital, everything. So far as it pertains to the environment, yeah, we are involved in it. That's our work. And when it comes to the NASPA, that is the NSS personnel, that's Kwali Municipal. Before I continue, I just want to say thank you to all the NSS personnel at Kwali for voting for me as their vice president elect as stands now. Just as I promised them, we will serve and serve well and make sure that all their needs are being heard through the region and to the national level for them to feel okay. Yeah. So and before we start everything, I also want to thank my CEO, Professor Nanamba Brown Kluche, CEO of the Environmental Protection Authority, for giving me the National Service personnel this opportunity and this chance for us to explore and make sure that we protect the environment by accepting our initiatives and projects that we, the NSS personnel at Environmental Protection Authority, are embarking on.
So I love that. That's quite impressive. And so when you're talking about protecting our environment, how do we do that?
Okay, so just as I stated, so before you even want to embark on a company, you need a permit. And you need a permit from the Environmental Protection Authority.
Okay.
We do so many things. We come to survey the place that you want to start your building at, the industry at, and we check the surrounding. Let's say you want to establish a petrol shell or you want to establish a gas filling station. We check around. Is there any company, maybe a welding company that is around that will affect what you are selling out, the LPG that you are selling out. So when we detect certain things like that, we prompt you that you can't build here, we can't issue permit for you here, so you need to find a different place. So we do the monitoring, all that, the survey of the place before the building even starts. So we make sure that when you come to us and you want permit, we do all this. When we do all this, we make sure the place that you are building, everything is intact, and there won't be any further problem or anything like that. But you see, Ghanaians most of the times don't really want to come for permits because they will pay for the permits and all that. So they skip us and they go and build where they are not supposed to build that. And when we go around and we find out this thing like this, we find them, make sure that we demolish that particular building, because it's not supposed to be there. So as it stands now, our compliance team are always outside. Just like I stated, my CEO actually are always on the compliance team. That's your work is on the field, it's not in the office. So you always ask them to go outside. And as I'm speaking to you right now, operations are being done. They have gone outside. They have been outside for the past month. So some come back after 3 months and be replaced by a different team, doing the same work. They go around, make sure that everything is in order. So fines too comes with the permitting. So when you come for a permit at EPA and we come around, maybe you came in genuine permit, you came around to check everything is in order, you started building, you are done, you have started your factory, everything is being rolled on. We do come around to check whether you are following the the procedure we give to you, what you are supposed to do, what you came to take as permits for, whether you are producing that exact thing or you are adding anything on. So we do that monitoring and all that. But when you find out that you are going contrary to what you came to tell us, then that is when we ensure that you do the right thing. Okay. That's why initially we were agency, but right now we are authority. So we have the mandate to arrest you, prosecute you, send you to prison and all that. So we actually urge Ghanaians that anything that you do concerning the environment, come to EPA, Environmental Protection Authority. Let us sit down, let us assess what you are come to do, so that so many things that we face in the future won't happen. Yeah, because just imagine, I always use this fuel station and like LPG thing, because it is like for us to see. You see it at the roadside and all that. Yeah. See, you have a wedding shop beside it. Small fire can lead to disaster. Yeah, so let's urge you, just come. Let us sit down. Let us see whether the place that you are building, what you are doing, it's in order. Yeah, if you are even importing, exporting, we do all that. So far as it affects the environment, pesticide and all that, we check through all that, whether what you are bringing into Ghana is actually something that we need in Ghana, won't affect our human life in Ghana. Whether you have a hospital, we check whether you are doing the proper thing that you're supposed to do at the hospital, because we human beings come to the hospital and we have in mind that by the time we leave the hospital, we need to be healthy. So we check, we do monitoring, we check that everything that you are doing is in order. What we mostly like is the monitoring aspect, because we can give you the permit, we can do everything in order, but because we are not there to check on you, see that you are doing the right thing, you can go and do otherwise. Okay. So we actually work on our monitoring, go around to make sure that everybody that have come to EPA, that you have given permits, is doing what you are supposed to do. And everybody that is also doesn't have permit, we come around, we educate you. So right now, what we the NSS personnel we are doing is that we have spoken to our CEO, Professor Nanama Brown Kluche. Yeah, we have spoken to her and you have given us the go ahead to go around, educate people on the reason why they need to get permits. Those that they don't have permits, why you need to, because people don't feel the reason why they should get permits. Why should I come to EPA to come and get permits whilst I'm operating by myself and all that? But you need to, because you don't know what will happen in the future. You don't know the place that you are working at, whether the government already have plans for that place, or in the nearby future they will use the place for something or something else. Yeah, so you need to come. We sit down, educate you. Okay, now this is what you are selling. This is what you are supposed to do. Maybe you are importing pesticide to the country. Okay, this kind of pesticide is what we need in Ghana. These ones are banned. We don't need this pesticide in Ghana. Then you going to import it when you get to the harbor and you have banned it in Ghana. That means that you have lost your money. You can't bring it inside. Yeah, so we are going around educating people, telling them the reason why they're supposed to get. And we go to the restaurant and all that. We go there, tell them that okay, you are constructing a restaurant here. This is what you are supposed to need. This is what you are supposed to serve the people. This is the reason why you need a permit. You need this permit because the place that we are building, you are supposed to check the environs, whether it is suitable for the people. Yeah, what you are cooking, what are they taking in? Yeah, the people that they are coming. Whether you came in for a 30 capacity of people that you take at your restaurant. Okay, we check in. Is the place okay? When something happens, where are they passed? Where the exit point and all that? Whether you have the necessary extinguisher, everything in order. Let us see, so that we protect ourselves before anything happens. See, Ghanaians don't like protecting ourselves.
Yeah, I get it.
Things happen. They wait when something happens
before an action is being taken.
Yes, and
so with the EPA permits, so am I supposed to get the permit before I acquire the land, or I have to acquire the land first before I come in for the permit? Or immediately I start eyeing a particular plot of land to buy, I'm supposed to come to you for you to survey the place first to give me the go ahead? Or I should finish acquiring the land,
getting my papers and everything done before I come in for the permit?
Okay, so first of all, you need to come before you even go and get the land.
Okay.
The reason I'm saying this is that you don't know that the land that you are buying, whether it is suitable for what you want to do on. Yeah, so you come to us, you tell them, okay, this is what I have in mind, and this is the place I want to acquire the land. Let us go and do the assessment. We do the assessment for you, and we tell you that, okay, this place is good for your work. That even helps you. It eases you to start work fast. Than you going to get the land, come and we tell you that, okay, the place you can't use it for what you want to do. That means you need to sell it and go and get a new one. So yeah, I always advise that you come, let us go do the assessment for you, everything, before you even procure the land. Yeah.
So you made mention of me. So let me use myself for example. You made mention of maybe me paying something before I'll be giving the permit. So, I mean, is it that huge? Because it looks as if a lot of people do not seek permits. I'm saying this because looking at the season we find ourselves as it stands now, there's been a case where, I mean, as it stands now, a lot of buildings have been marked to be demolished because they've been built on waterways, places where they are not supposed to be built. So I'm asking, is it that getting the permit is that expensive?
Okay, so it's not expensive.
What is the challenge?
But you see, Ghanaians don't like to even pay something small. They just
maybe the small you're talking about is not small.
You see, you are going to, let's say you're going to build a store, maybe a 3-story building. A 3-story building might cost like if you are starting out fresh, then can go up to like 80,000 or something.
Hey!
Like the building. I'm talking about the building, not the permit.
Not the permit. Oh,
I'm talking about the building. Yeah. So let's say you pay 1% of that money as permit.
1% of
that money as permit.
And then with discount.
Oh no! Like if you pay 1%, you see the work we come and do. We come and make sure that the place that
just like you put in more energy and more effort.
Yeah, and we come around to monitor and tell okay, yeah, make sure that the people that are even coming to build around you know. Are people that they will build something that is safe. You get it? Yeah. So we do all that. So it's just small you pay as like
small.
Yes, as your permit.
Okay.
So you pay your permit very well. It's just small. Then we do the necessary ones for you. So it's just something small. That's why I always urge people that just come, let us sit down and talk. You get it? Yeah. Let us sit down and talk. Just let us know your sufferings, what you are going through. Let us we really receive people at EPA. We sit down with them, speak to them, understand you, and you also make sure that you also understand us. Yeah, so that we all of us go forward, because if it's not you, we are not there. Yes, if we are not living there, I think the environment will not also live. So we always show, you know that cutting of trees, you need permission before you can cut trees.
I need to come and ask you permission for my own tree in my house
before you can cut it.
Really?
Yeah, you need to actually come.
And that one I'm supposed to pay for permit before I cut my own tree.
Now you need to come. No, you need to come and ask permission. You need to come and let us know the reason why you want to cut it. You want to cut down the tree, because the tree that is there is actually contributing to our environment. It's help us reduce the carbon.
Right.
And that's also contribute to the climate. So you need to come. Let us know the reason why you want to cut. Because right now, as it stands now, we want so many trees being planted in Ghana. Yeah, we want so many, because we have seen that our climate change is really is a thing that is worrying us.
It changes every year.
Yes, it changes every year, and very very like luckily the head of us, the CEO itself is a climate expert. He's a climate expert, and the vice president the climate part in Africa. So like he's really an expert in it. So we just come, let us know the reason why you want to cut a tree. But if we come and check if it is good for you to cut it down, we will make you know, okay, as you are cutting, maybe let us replace it with this. You get it? Yeah, then we replace it. Then you just going to cut it and let us, when we get you, pay a fine.
So me, my problem is, me coming for permit to cut a tree in my own house or on my farm.
am I supposed to pay something for you before, like, you can give me the go ahead to cut that tree, or that one is just like you coming to inform that this is what I want to do?
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. So you just come, let us know if it is for you to replant. Then we guide you to replant
without you paying anything.
We guide you to replant.
Okay.
So if you are, so that we know that, okay, as you are cutting, you are replanting this. This will replace the tree.
Okay.
Because planting of tree, it's not easy.
Yeah.
So that's why you have seen that previous years you have been planting, but we have how many trees can you pinpoint that? So, well, I think the previous administration planted so many trees around.
They did.
How many of them can we pinpoint that these are the trees that they planted?
They survived.
We need like proper monitoring. Check the sand, whether it is good for that particular tree. If you plant it, whether it will come up well. You need to monitor it all the time. The growth of it and everything. It entails a lot when it comes to planting of trees. Yes. So all will come in. We advise you, if you yourself, we advise you and you see that, okay, these are the benefits and all that you are getting, even in your house. You know that when you have trees in your house, sometimes when there is heavy rain and all that, it blocks the rain for it not to affect your house and all that. So we explain, so you are even benefit more than we, that we are the head office, or we are in our offices and all that. Yeah.
So per your survey, how many Ghanaian citizens have so far complied to this directive? That I walk from my house to EPA office just because I need a permit to cut down a tree.
Okay, so I think it's very, very low, very low. So that's why it's all about education. That's why I've been here educating people that you need to pass by. I think most of the times people don't know that they need to do these things and all that. So we keep on educating people, keep on going around telling them that, oh, this is what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to come. You're supposed to come. Let us know what you are doing. The reason why you're cutting the tree, let us know. So we go on. That just reach out to us, like through maybe our social media, anything. Reach out to us. Let us talk. Right now, so we are digital now, so you're not supposed to walk. You're not supposed to walk to
So in your house, you can
just go online. You're not supposed to walk to the our area office or the regional office or district office or even the head office, which I am. Just go online. EPA is now online, so that you can just register all your businesses, your permits and everything. Just go check in client.epa.gov.gh for all your services. All your EPA services are there. You just go online, you register that, and you are good to go. Like, just create an EPA portal now. If you're a business person, you need permits from EPA. We are now online. We are now digital. So just go clock in your search bar. Go to and search for client.epa.gov.gh and open a portal. Create an account. Register with us, and let us go forward. If you need any help too, you can just our media platforms are open. If you go to Instagram like this, EPA _ Ghana. Facebook, we are also there, Environmental Protection Authority Ghana. Just go into our inbox, chat with us. We reply you very quick. Yeah, you can search for us too on epa.gov.gh. We are there to get anything from any all the feedbacks and response. You can even also email us too. So info@epa.gov.gh. Yeah, and we respond to you very cool. And our client office is very, very very friendly.
Able to
reach out to them. You listen to your plea. Just come. Let us talk about anything you want to. Agriculture, anything wise. Just come. Industry, house, hospital, anything pertaining to the environment. I think so many people don't even know that if you are constructing roads, they come for permits.
constructing
roads.
Yeah,
but you come for EPA permits before you can construct roads and things. So the government always come for permit to construct roads and all that, so that you know that okay, the people are being treated, they are being compensated, those that they are being affected and all that, whether the place that are going to construct the roads won't affect the human health and all that. We check all that and make sure that everything goes on for our living. Yeah, so EPA, we really work.
From what you are saying, I can so I say perceive that you are really working. Now really talking working about the compensation, is it EPA as a sole body that is supposed to compensate this affected residents who get their structures demolished? That is after the person didn't seek the permit, because if you've seek the permit, I'm not sure there'll be a time where the government will need to construct a road and they'll come and demolish your structure or your building. So in case something of this sort happen, is the EPA supposed to compensate you, or is the government, or you stand in the gap for the government, like a mediator between the government and then the ordinary citizen?
Okay, so it's actually the government that does that. You come in, we check that the road that you are going to do, the affected people and all that will be dealt with by you, because you are going to construct it. The government is the one going to construct the road and all that. So make sure that okay, those people that are in that particular area and all that are being fed well, like being compensated very well and all that. So we give you the permit to go ahead. So now, as you have touched on all what we needed, you can now go ahead with. We know we have so many emergencies when it comes to maybe road and all other things. That's the reason why compensation comes in. And all. You see the main route from Kaswa to Cape Coast, that street. I think it came in very did we know that okay, maybe this major road will actually come there, but it is in two ways. You weigh the benefits of the people, and if it won't benefit the people. So when you weigh it and you see that okay, this is the thing that will benefit the people, and this is the risks involved. So we weigh with the risks. Okay, we see that the risks, we can curtail it this way. So let us go to them. Let us see the way we can manage the risks, and the project needs to continue, because it's going to benefit all of us at the long run. So these are some of the things that we do. Maybe some people will be agitating that why is that they are managing marry? Why is that they are doing all that to marry? Whilst I even went in for permits and all that. But you know that what at the long run, it's you that you are staying. That's the people that will benefit. So let us see the way we will solve that current problem, then we solve it, then we move on.
So does EPA has a rule that should not be broken, and even if that rule is being should I say broken by this same people who comes to you for help, is there any form of like sanctions or penalties or fines they're supposed to pay?
Yeah, so if you come in for permits, let's say you came in for a restaurant permit, or let's say a restaurant permit, and you came in as in 30 capacity permit, and we come around and it has increased to maybe like 50 and all that. You have gone against the agreement you came to take from us, that the permit you came to take from us. So you know, because we give you what you're supposed, the rules you're supposed to follow, and the penalty you're supposed penalties you're supposed to pay.
So the do's and the don'ts is already stated
and given to you.
As a file.
Yes, given to you. So when we come to your place to come and do the monitoring, come and check, we ask you the permits that you came, where is it? Because you're supposed to display the permits at your place so that it will be visible. So when you come, then we ask you to show us the document we gave it to you, what you're supposed to comply. When you go through with you, and you see that okay, I'm not doing this, so this is what you're supposed to pay. I'm not doing this, you're supposed to pay this. I'm not doing, you're supposed to pay this. And after you paying, we're making sure that what you are not supposed to do, when you pay, you are doing that. It's not that you are paying and we leave you to do what you are not supposed to. No. So after paying your penalty on what you didn't do right, we still guide you and make sure that you do what is right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you pay for it whilst you do the right thing along the line.
Yes.
Okay.
Because if Ghana don't pay, they don't see the essence of.
Okay. I get it now. So you need to make them face it so they can. So now I know EPA works hand in hand with the government, and then we know what is going on. So let's just take our backyard. If I'm talking about backyard, not the backyard of the radio station, but then taking Ghana as a whole, it looks as if of late everyone wants to build on waterways. Is it that it's because the place is less expensive, or it's because when you build on waterway, heavens will come down and all that? And since you work hand in hand with the government, right? Yes. So I want to know why or you are the ones who give them the permit to build on waterways. First off, is there we have Ramsar site that is being known for wetlands and all that? Is there a part of this waterways or wetlands that it's supposed to be given out for people to build on, or the wetland as we see is supposed to be something that is not supposed to be touched, like it's for the government? I want to know. Yes, right. Please educate us on that.
I get you. So, first of all, you see, most of these buildings that are being built at the waterways and all that, you go through properly, you see that they don't have permits. They don't have permits and they started building. That's why I've seen so many demolition going on currently, and they are demolishing so many houses and all that, because they don't come in for permits. If you come in for permits, you don't give permit to for you to build at a waterway, because water like this always wants a way to pass.
Right.
You get it? And if it doesn't get a way to pass, it will find its way at a different place, and it's voluminous in a way that it can carry certain things and it can't carry certain things. When it gets to that point that it can't carry that particular thing, it finds its way out. And when it finds its way out, any place that it's available, it will go.
Okay.
That's why that's why there's flooding. It will pass through and go into your houses and all that. So the planning stature of that particular place need to be we always need to take it into consideration. Because when you come in for permits from EPA, that's not the only permit you are coming for. You go to the assembly and go in for permit to build.
I want to even ask that whether you work with the chiefs and you work with the assembly, because these two people, they are different sets of people.
Yeah, so you come in and go and take maybe you are building at a particular district or a municipal. You need to go there. Show them all the necessary documents and documentation and everything for them to give you a permit to go and build there. So most of the times, they are not supposed to give you a permit to go and build at that particular place. But people don't know that you're supposed to take in even EPA permit too. So they will just go to the assembly, take in that particular permit, and they will just go build it at where they are not supposed to build it at. You get it? And it will cause or that the person that is issuing that particular permit is the person that is in question, because you know what is right at the assembly. So you are not supposed to do that. But when you come to EPA too and you go and do the assessment and all that, you let you know that this particular place there, we can't give you permit to build here. So go and look for a different place. That's the reason I always advise that if you want to go and buy even a piece of land for anything, just come, let us go do the assessment before you go and buy.
Okay.
You get it? So that you know that you are not going to waste your money on something that it won't be it won't be useful to you. You get it? Yeah. So we don't give in permits for places that are not authorized or properly structured for you to use. Yeah.
Okay. But talking about the permits, do you have different types of permits?
Yeah, so the permit varies in a way that the what you want, that's what determines your permit. So let's say you want a hospital or a clinic or something, you need to come in for hospital permit. So it's in categories. We have agriculture too, you need to come in. So maybe you have a poultry farm. You have let's say a piggery and all that. So they have also a cluster of permits that we also give under agriculture, because most of them they use pesticide, this kind of fees and things. You need to make sure that where their poultry is even it's not affecting the individuals that are around and all that. It's in good shape for us to consume their meat and all that, checking what they are giving to them and all that. And you have the industry, you have the mining permits and all that. We deal with the mining too. They come in for permits and we issue permits to them. The industry, the manufacturing industries and all that. Even now we have banking permits and all that. If you want to bank and all that, the telecos and all that. We give all that. So far as it's affecting the environment, we come to us for us to give you permits for it. So we have that cluster of permits that we give. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think this is educative. I'm learning. I guess you're also learning. Now let's come to the use of plastics.
Yeah.
How is EPA trying to help, or what are the measures that are being put in place by the EPA to push us away from the use of plastics? And don't forget, I think in the course of the previous week, there was a directive by the government, but that's early next year, I think January 1st or so, there will be a ban on the use of plastics.
That's takeaway.
Takeaway.
Yeah, there's styrophones. Yeah. So I think the plastic is most of the time something that we see that we can't go off totally. Like with gradually.
Like we can't do without.
Like not as in say right now I see we have banned all plastics. Like something that we can't do at a go. Like so with gradual process.
I guess
with gradual process we will go off with it. You get it? Because we need to make sure that we tune in Ghanaian minds to the effect that we get from plastics and the way that we are supposed to even dispose them properly. Make sure that it is really disposed. When you speak about like plastic at a go, I think most of the times what we use more is the single-use plastics. If I say the single-use plastics are the water bottle, the bottle when you buy in bottle, the bottle water, the sachet of water, the poly bags, then all that. I think those are we use in more as single-use plastics. And Ghanaians, we don't know how to dispose all those things right, and it affects us at the long run. It is a contributing factor to this flooding that we are having, because you see a Ghanaian who drink water and just throw it anywhere, and that particular bottle will go and choke the gutter, and the water won't be able to flow well through the gutter to where it's supposed to land, and it will lead to your room, and we get this flood. So I always say that when you drink a bottle of water, just squeeze it, close it, put it in your pocket or put it in your bag or get a dustbin and just drop it inside. Don't just throw it outside. When you're even in a car, what like annoys me is those that are even in the car. You're in a car, you drink your water and you don't put it in the car, you throw it outside. What if you put in the car and the driver and the mate, they get to their destination, they'll be able to collect everything and put it in the dustbin. But you won't do that. You'd rather throw it outside, and that is bad. And also, it gave people on the sachet of water that we drink. After drinking it, make sure that all the liquid are out. Then fold it. There's a thin rubber at the back, a thin line at the back. Just tear that thin line, fold it small to the smallest size you want, and just use that thin rubber to tie it up. Just put it in your pocket. When you get to a place that there is dustbin, just drop it inside. Let us help ourselves, because this particular plastic takes in more than 1,000 years for it to decay to microplastics. What is microplastics? Then it's not decaying at all. It's decaying to microplastics. And microplastics are small, tiny. These are the things that when it gets to the fishes consume. And when you know if the fishes consume these microplastics, it will end up coming to us. So it's a cycle. We chew the plastic on the floor,
and then we end up taking it in again.
You get to the sea. Then the fish is taken in.
Then we go to eat the fish.
And it's come back to us. So one of them we see that everybody might have a plastic 1 or 2 EU.
Wait, so it means then I need to go for a checkup and I have plastic. It's one extra.
Yes, so we always advise that we shouldn't be dumping refuse like that. Especially the plastic that we use, and we need to reduce it. If you go in and you're going to buy wachi, the wachi woman will dish out the wachi for you, tie it in one poly bag, put it in another poly bag, and the person that is even buying also request another one. Then you another add it. So you one person, you are taking 3 poly bags to yours. Why? Once you can even
you want the watcher to be safe. That is, of late they don't do it well.
But you see, you can take in one. Let's get most of the time I advise, let's get tote bag or something.
Oh, okay.
You take one, just put in your tote bag for safety. Just reduce the number of plastic that you take. And I advise that we should also tune towards paper bags. You see, when you use paper bags, it's very good. When water touch paper bags, it's easily to tear off or something.
And it's easy to decompose too.
Yes. So with that, let's say that it was paper bags that was in our gutters. When the water just touches it will just
melt out.
Then it will just flow. The water will just flow. But because it is plastic, it will help choke the gutter, and the water won't flow. It will end up in our rooms.
And then we kept seeing flood everywhere.
Yeah, so we always advise that let's use paper bags and all that. So those that have been asking that right now we are banning styrofoams and things next year, first January 2027 and all that. What are you supposed to use and all that? I think our CEO as management has really done well in terms of even sending the date to 1st January 2027, so that all those that have it in a system will be able to lay it off before that day comes. And those that have the intention to import and all that will stop. They will import, because when it gets to that particular time, we are going to do enforcement. So all of us are
with straight sanctions.
Yes, all of us are coming out to make sure that we are following the same. We are following that particular thing, because if you are the one that is using it to sell food, you are involved. When we get you need to comply with it. If you are selling it, you need to comply. If you are importing it, you need to comply. So any form of your act concerning styrofoam, that is takeaway. If I say maybe some won't get, that is the takeaway. The takeaway we use. Any form of how you are attached to it, you're supposed to veer off. Let us use paper bags. I always say that when I go to buy wachi, I like to put my wachi in leaves.
On the leaves.
Yes. If you leave, then the wachi woman will wrap it with paper, that graphic thing. Then I'll just take in with my paper bag. Then I'm just to go. I'll just put in my bag, then I'll put in maybe my tote bag. Then I'm moving with it. You get it? Yeah. So let us make sure that we use paper bags or reusables. Let us use reusables. Reusable bottle. We just have your reusable bottle. Anyway, you refill. Then you move on. You refill. Then you move on. So if I go and buy a bottle water here at a shop, I just bring out my reusable bottle, pour my bottle water inside, squeeze it, and give it to the woman that I bought it from, and you dispose it well. Than me using the bottle water and I get to a place and there is no dustbin, and I squeeze it and I'll build in. That is the reason why people dispose it so many times and they don't care. Or they will complain that they don't find dustbin and all that. Let's use reusable. Pour it in that your reusable bottle. Give it to the man that you bought it from. Then the woman will go and dispose it. I think we did our first piloting of this outreach when our CEO gave us the permission. We went around the vendors at the ministry. We spoke to them. We got their consent and all that. We made them understand. I think we spoke to one woman like this, and he was saying that, but this we can to mean jai using this.
We are used to it from
we are used to it now at the end. Oh, then we came down to her level. We spoke to with the woman. Oh, mommy, we say we are you see no na offend your call ye got him near choking idea and it also call yen so many idea na your fishes ne video on the idea no move ne be also moon why ye ba ko ton ma ba fie na we be dinner de obey yare anti yare bata huni o nti se o pese ye gusu aye use na nya sa yare we dia ne betumi ewu da chi o no. So we explained to her and she understood and said, oh, sanity the idea from in there kono obese sane kwan ne ade okofie ko be ka kire ne mba ne ade get it. So this woman, we have been able to sit her down and explain things to her for her to understand when who effects are it comes with it. You get it. Then you know that okay, these are the ways that I'm supposed to do. And okay, woman, or say, oh, mean to me, Jai Roberts, now the man say, okay, woman, the kind of crowd there and there, if in there kono, yema bako. So be bano better, ye no, woman, a trea, sisiano, man bako, my. You see, woman bako, and cry gradually. You see, education is something that when you start small, you able to equip yourself with that particular thing. But when that's why even when it comes to drug and they want you to stop drug, they will tell you to reduce it small. So with small use, we will get to where we want, what we want to achieve in terms of no plastics.
One step at a time.
Yes, one step at a time. So so I think we spoke with one yam seller to see him. We advise them right now. Can bear with you that
now yam anyway. Leaves now.
I can bear with you that the yam seller right now is using paper.
Oh, okay.
So he's serving
just
the
like the way they do with the Kelly Willy.
Yes. So in that one self, the paper is like is a paper bag, which is like designed in a brown form, like the envelope that we use. That form.
Oh, okay. Is it like something like cone or triangle?
Okay, so it's a triangle form. It's a triangular form. And she has even away from that triangular form, and he has another nice one.
That's what they're branding. Yeah. I feel when they make it attractive, we will adapt.
Yeah, so I think that particular yam seller at ministry is really like doing well. But when we spoke to her, she has now been that paper bag, a triangular form, and he has brought recently when I went, he has brought in another nice one too.
Wow.
So you just go, you buy your yam and everything, then we just fold it for you. You can just hold that paper bag and just send it. If you still don't want people to see, you send your tote bag. We are now there share with tote bag anymore. Then you send it to wherever you want to send it to. Yeah, and we also with that is be able to segregate refuse very well. Okay. See, when it comes to segregation in Ghana, it's very low. Yeah. When I say segregation, people understand. Segregation is when you are separating certain waste from other waste. We don't mix plastic with organic waste.
No.
But I don't know. Most of the time you go and it is mixed up. Yeah, mixed up. But you see, organic waste, we can use organic waste for manures and all that. So if you go and mix plastic with organic waste, there, you separating it is going to be it's very hectic. You get it. But when we separate it at the first stage, it makes it easier for the person that is coming to pick the organic waste for the manure to work on it very fast and ease his burden and all that. Yes. So even with a single-use plastic self, we still have segregation inside the single-use plastic. Okay. We separate the rubbers from the bottle ones and the sachet and all that. We do that kind of segregation when it comes to that. But as we are now beginning, we collect all the single waste together. When we get to the recycling site, that's when we separate all those things. But for now, I just urge everybody that if you're about to cook, get to know that okay, this is the quantity you can eat. This is the quantity you can eat. See. Cook that because
I get what you're saying, but you see, with the economy, you need to cook. Now you get it. You udine kakra. And the channel udine kakra.
That's perfect. But you know that somebody will cook and you eat it the next day, but that particular person won't eat it.
No, it's too egu.
But too egu. That's what I'm advising on. So
so
they are what you can eat, cook that one.
Okay.
So that it won't be like waste of food. What if waster? Oh, baby, I will go to egu. No, I go to egu gatam. But if you are able to manage the quantity of waste, that particular waste now, you eat that one and leave the raw one for the next day for you to cook. But only any baby, no way dick a crave, no, I got tongue kind of. You waste it,
you know, sometimes it's not intentional. So per se, never there, like you waste it. But there are certain food that I do say there's nothing you can do. Okay, what if I get a visitor?
So you know that
then I have to cook again.
So you know that you are getting a visitor and add the visitor. So if you are the only one and you are getting a visitor, that's +2.
What if the person disappoints me and then I have to take?
So just go and put it in the fridge. Yeah, don't go and pour it in the gutter.
Just the fan or the fire. But you see, do we have a dumping site in Ghana? Like, I want to know how many dumping sites do we really have in Ghana that contain all this refuse? When you're going to Accra, before you get to Graphic, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Anytime I get there, I have to hold my breath. And you know one thing about this thingness of this refuse thing? Maybe you still ruminate around your nose.
Yeah.
So I want to know, like, is that place a dumping site? Or when we take Ghana as a country, do we have a particular dumping site here in Accra where refuse are being disposed? Or maybe to me too egu, because it has become a normal behavior where obia for refuse on you say be need dietary or baby no to egu ho. It gets to a time it's like the site is full. It's full, and so they don't know where to send those refuse and all that. Do we have a dumping site in Accra here? So let's just take Accra.
Yeah, we do have like so many dumping sites around in Accra. We have around Kulebuda stretch. We have one day that's when you even send it there, they do recycle it. Aricop, they do recycle it, and they even pay some money to those that bring the refuse there for it to be collected. Okay. So that is where we have gotten as a country, and gradually we will get to a point that when you send in this refuse and all that, they will give you money for it. So
refuse
instead they are going to recycle it to a different thing.
Oh, okay.
So gradually that's what we have gotten to. So they are enrolling all those factors. When you go to Aricop like this, they take in this they do this single-use plastics and all that. Okay. They recycle it to a different. They break it down to this microplastics and things, and they revamp it to a different thing. Yeah, for a reuse thing. You get it? Yeah. So these are the measures that we are going around to make sure that it come into fiction. Yeah, and we also have something in the pipeline that we will be doing.
With the pipeline thing, are we supposed to know or at the right time?
Okay, so I think at the right time you come here and make everybody know. But
we should anticipate.
Yeah, this is the first time me even saying it here. So
not just say where your mama. Then we are waiting.
Me saying it here, so I think GhanaTalks Radio actually is very, very good. But they actually gave me we the NSS personnel the privilege, EPA the privilege to come here to come and say all these things. I think it's a few people that will really open doors for we the young ones that are coming up to come and see, and that aside our CEO and our directors management giving us this opportunity to enroll this. You can attest to the fact that so many companies don't get this opportunity from their management. The management to give NSS personnel this go ahead to embark on this project.
Yeah,
so like I always commend management and our CEO for giving the NSS personnel this this courage and this commitment to embark on this particular project for them to see us. By the time you finish your NSS, you know that okay, we did this when we were NSS personnel. It can even build up your CV, anything that you do. So I always, only time I get, I need to commend the EPA management for helping us engage in this thing. So I just a tip of it. I just
as for this one, then I think they should employ you all.
Oh, we are all of us, all the NSS personnel at EPA. We are all together working on this. So yeah, working on this. So at the point in time when the avenue is open, I think they always look through all those that are willing to work there and commit them into the works that we have been doing.
With this flashlight you've shown, it means they are actually doing so well. They are doing so well. Now back to what we are saying, because you won't divert me. You won't divert me. So back to back to what we are saying. Now we want to get rid of plastics and all that.
Yeah.
But then we have companies who are into manufacturing plastics. This is a company that employs people, and this is what someone does for a living. Where I stay, anytime I'm coming to work, there is this young lady that sells rubbers. You know, this black takeaway, and the white one. So you see her with a tray. And sometimes I wonder who is buying this rubber like at this time of the day, like very early in the morning. She's on the street selling her plastic rubbers. So when this thing came about, I kept asking myself, this is somebody's business. Someone has really opened up a company, and he has employed people, and that is what they do for a living. And so we banning the use of plastic, are we not collapsing businesses? And don't forget that these are private entrepreneurs. Are we not collapsing it, or maybe there are a different alternative for these people as well?
Okay, so I think you are talking about the takeaway thing, the styrofoam things and all that. I think in our press release, our communique, we made it clear to those that are into the manufacturing side that we can revisit a different alternative, because in every time we build companies to most of the time maybe divert or reintroduce new things. So we urge all the companies that are into all those styrofoam manufacturing that why don't we look at a different look with a different eye. Let us look at a different side of it. Let us go into paper manufacturing. Let us what you are manufacturing. Won't we sit down, get an idea of a different thing that you can do to substitute that? We are giving you that, okay, go into manufacturing of papers. Let us do the paper packs, paper packs which we can save people and all that.
Paper pack.
Yeah, we did. I think we did a work recently. We did a work with our CEO to Pediasi, from my emails to Pediasi. When we went there and we were all enjoying ourselves, all the food that was served was a paper pack food. We served everything in a paper pack.
Wait, a paper pack in like the normal takeaway pack where the Indomie is being served in. It doesn't. The oil doesn't. It doesn't absorb oil to make it soft.
No, so they have. That's what I'm saying. The manufacturing company
know how to go about it.
They know how to go.
Oh, okay.
Very too. I ate kinky.
On a paper.
In that
paper,
yes, the paper pack. Yes, I ate kinky inside.
Hey.
We ate jollof inside that paper pack. Yes.
Like how was the feeling? Was it normal, like eating or?
Yeah, it was normal. Like it was nice. Like actually knowing that what you are consuming at the end round won't really harm the environment. Like it's
now paper. So they say raw anymore. So have an effect.
Oh no, like so you are eating on the it's. I don't know how to put it, but it doesn't tear off.
Oh, okay. It's just like normal.
It's a normal like square bowl.
Okay.
Like this, like it is folded. It is formed in that way, like a normal folded bowl. After everything, you can just dispose it very well. It's very nice. Yeah, I think that's most of the time the people that came around, they work with our CEO. I think most people, that was the first time that was like they were saying that, oh, this like thing is very nice. Yeah, it's very nice. And we say that, yeah, we can do this thing. If it is just our mindset, we can actually do this. And this thing, this band actually didn't come off just now. I think last year during our environmental day, the president made mention of it. And it's now that we have started through, we have made sure that, okay, measures have been, everything have been put in place. Always management have meeting concerning this, because we think about the people that are also selling it. What will be the alternative and all that, the people that are manufacturing. So we thought through, that's why we are giving even this vast period. Just get the people, sit down, think through the alternative that you use. If you have given you alternative, like you can go into this paper thing, let us do. Because if you go to outside the country, they do that. You see, we have noticed that if you go and buy Indomie, like the Indomie is hot too. Then they will put it in that takeaway for you.
Yes, in the takeaway.
Do you know the chemicals that you are consuming?
You're consuming that, but we are still healthy.
No, you're not.
The implication will come.
Yes, so we are trying to like avoid that.
Okay. Later, when I'm old and blah 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 blah.
You get it. So it's starting now. You know the agitation. You see, most of the times when good things are coming, definitely you get. Even if it's bad or good, but most often when good things are coming, you get people that criticize, agitating over it, like trying to bow. At the long run, when it's successful, they are the same people that are going to benefit. Applaud. So we just stand on our grounds and make sure that and we just plead with Ghanaians that they should bear with you. They should bear with us. It's for all of us our good health and our interest. That is why all these measures are being kept in place and all that, and we are going around to educate them on how to like properly, because when I always come back and tell you that this wasting, we are suffering, this flooding, maybe my place I'm not flooding, my house and it's not flooding.
Even when it drizzle,
it's flooding. Yes. So maybe you are going to suffer from it more. Me that I'm working at EPA,
wait. You're saying we should all come and work at EPA. EPA doesn't flood.
No, I'm saying that maybe this particular person won't be affected, but the person that is being affected, and the person that is not being affected, are all committing the same thing. You get it? So we want everybody to know that love your neighbor as yourself. That is in the Bible. It is here now. It is here now. So we need to like commit in terms of doing the right thing. Just let us do the right thing, and let us stop disposing refuse which are not not good in a proper way. I think when I was coming, I saw one heap of refuse at the roadside and all that. But it's just unfortunate that when we see those things, the people that we will maybe like arrest or something are not around. So you just need to pick the rabbits and just monitor. So we just monitor and see the people that have been caused, and then we get them. Opening burning is something that when we catch you, we find the opening burning too. It's something that we actually don't commend anybody of. You are not supposed to do opening burning. It's really bad. Opening burning, as in you gather your refuse and you burn it.
Okay, just in front of maybe where you sell.
Don't.
So we should burn. So we should.
That's why it's a proper way of disposing.
It means 99% of Ghanaians are violating. Should I say violating?
Yeah, our
rules.
Yes. Opening burning.
Some bet you obiao. Some bet you obiao Ghana has say. Because
we are education. Like with
what you are saying, and let me ask you this question: how is EPA prepared to change the narrative? I'm saying this because there is this tag. No one has tagged us, but we have tagged ourselves to say the status quo. Saying like your soldier when you have say like plastic and these are like, and you are bringing in something new.
And so that is the laid down framework, the status quo. We have it in mind. Said this is how it's being done from the olden days up to now. How are you prepared to change this narrative? Because as you said, you mentioned something like the criticism aspect. Mind you, it will come. that will also come. So how prepared is EPA? We want to know.
I think we have already made our mind that we know that definitely those critics and everything will come. So when it comes, we are very calm and we situate it with explanation. We have known that most of the times the explanation that is not damping well in the ordinary Ghanaian's mind. That is why all this thing is coming. So we calm down, make sure that we explain it to your level. Any kind of dialect that you are speaking, you actually.
Hey, what if I'm speaking a dialect that does not exist?
Oh, you actually no, dialect exists. You get someone to
Okay.
So if you check our media handles and all that, we sometimes make it versatile.
Okay.
We make sure we include so many that for people to understand the reason why you're supposed to do your business. Because as you are in Accra, if you have moved from Accra to maybe the Volta region or to a different place, you can attest to me that the weather or the air quality that you are breathing is different.
And that one is different, though.
Yes.
So where the trees are green, every place is green.
Yeah. You see, all these things is what we try to explain to you. Say, okay, this is what we want to do to better the situation. So as you want to do this thing to better the situation, are you in with us or you are not in? If you are not in, this is what you are going to face. So explain to you, and you get like you understand that okay, these are the things that I will like it to affect me in the long run. So why don't I actually kuto and let us go with the flow? That's why we start gradually. Yeah, starting we starting gradually. Let us stop this way, small, maybe this percentage, this at the long run. Now we have achieved our aim. But when we started to say, okay, no, like Ghanaians will be agitated, say, okay, we can't stop it, we can't, but they don't know when we start small now, then you get there. Because when we like right now, just as I said, no, I say, oh, the no plastic at all in the system. Oh, Ghanaians will take to the streets. Well, right now, what should we do next? But gradually, okay, instead of you taking in. Then we see how the angel one. Okay, at least a shaba kumumame. Me de call. Oh, can no abi mu say. Isi ambo meje one cry then. We dey mama fa me bo kra nkwa na omunti mumame. Get it? Hey, we dey no bo be kwa jiaba. Most of the times we dey bo kwa kra me ya be ne fine amount because am am boka o. Onyis kan on first kan ko to when the rabbits near there no. Obe fine o bo mu amount. Nti aya for ubo ko gwa kuta ubo kwa zamela mi dimbo ba o
se enti mi ko to watch obi ehun si mi ko to we sha mi kita bo
na bo na dam go dia she tote bag mu
oh okay
se me kan o di she
mi dia she
tote bag na ba be dini kama no it's very simple officer say ube to me the ubo ba kwa ba be see office ha na wo tote bag wa hanom say oh ukwa ko te duane na wafa we call lunch, then you go to maybe I'll tell you, I don't know whether you like watch or something. You go to the watch.
Why?
you go to the watch seller, then you give him your board that you want this and this and you even tell the watch seller that today I don't want your
so you have come with my golden bowl.
So your cost will actually come down. To put their cost into my food. So today you do if like try, you do better. Like you really feel the food that particular day.
No.
If like those that are in the workplaces, you just try this thing, this trick that I've given you. You feel okay that day, you eat and feel satisfied. Just saying you go and buy food and get your food and put it inside. Very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah. So I always urge people, they just don't, and also don't worry yourself now to walk to our premises and all that. Just I said earlier on, we are now like digital, we are online.
So do you have something like toll-free number where someone can call?
Yeah,
or message.
So we actually have the online platform. That is.
Please put it across.
That is when you are online. So you create an online portal with us. You input. You go to your website. You input in clients.epa.gov.gh. You can register with us. All your online permitting and all that. Don't worry yourself now to walk to our premises to be in a queue or something. To maybe you are doing something. You are doing something at the workplace. You leave it and come to our office. We have made work very easy for you, very easier for you. So just sit at your comfort. Then just log in clients.epa.gov.gh and we will actually listen to you. You will see your plea and all that. You just need to create an account with us. When you create an account with us, you accept the terms and conditions and all that. Then you go on with the creating of then your email and your password. That's what you use to sign in and all that. Yeah. So those are the things you can do when you are at your comfort. Your comfort and things. And if you want to call our client people, you can call them through 0302 664 697 0302 664 697. Yeah, very very easy. They will reach out to you. You can also call them through 0551 130 636 0551 130 636. Our client people are very 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 like welcoming. Yeah, you go and meet Madam May and co there. They will actually receive you very well.
That's nice.
So just you can tell your friends to that one permit and things that they can use our online platform too. Yeah.
But do you also work with whistleblowers?
Okay, so the whistleblowers can. Maybe you can, if you can walk to our premises, or you can call our client's line, so that you will get your information being heard. Because we believe we can't be at all the places. Yeah. So if you make us know, we will actually listen to what you are telling us. Then we will get to the place that you are allocating us to. We get there, make sure that the things that are being done there. That's right. Yeah, we work with them.
So what of the yearly climate change we experience? Are you is your firm or your sector, should I put it that way, doing something about that?
Yeah, so I think I earlier said that lucky enough, Ghana is very lucky to have Professor Nanama Brown Kluche, and also leading the EPA authority as the CEO. He is a climate expert. He's a professor at University of Ghana. Yeah. So we most of the times issue press release yearly concerning the climate change that is happening in our country and what we are supposed to do here and all that. I think we started tree planting. Our initiative that we, the NSC, are even doing, we have tree planting inside, and we educate the proper way of planting trees. So we can even we have thought through and say that we won't plant so many trees. We are going to plant like less than 5 trees.
Okay.
Yes, and we
is it that by each NSS personnel?
No, so
that is what
with the whole NSS personnel at Environmental Protection Authority, we are going to plant less than 5 trees. Give it proper monitoring, everything, so it's going, because you have seen that when we plant so many trees, most of them end up being dead, and we waste our resources. So we want to teach people the proper way of planting trees, and we will go down to our children in schools. We have seen that these are the people that are going to go and place us. So when we inculcate that habit of planting trees in them, they will grow up with it. When they go to the house, they will tell their parents, they will tell their siblings. Now, if you are in your house and your child come and tell you that you are supposed to plant trees, grown up, you like sit down and think through, hey, right now, my son or my daughter is being telling me that I'm supposed to do that. Oh, mommy, there's no tree in the house. You need to get a tree in the house. You get it. and you plant, you have taught the child how to monitor it. Every time you close from school, when you're going to water it, you check it. Okay, it's going to this extent and all that. We are going to teach the school that's around, check the monitoring, how it's going, do videos of it to educate people. So these are the things that we are putting in place, and EPA as a whole body too will be embarking on tree planting initiative, and also educating people when it comes to the climate changing, and all this opening banner I said it also contributes to climate change, because it sends carbon to the air and all that. So we want to reduce the carbon. This climate change and things are all mostly so many carbons in the air. So we want to reduce all that and all that. And the trees are those things that will absorb it. Yeah. So those are the things that we are putting in place at EPA.
Okay. So do you have your branches in other places, other districts, other regions where they are equally doing same as you are doing now?
Yeah. So we have regional offices, and we have area offices and district offices. Yeah. So when you go to Kaswa, we have one there. When you go to Weja like this, we have one. When you go to Sedro, we have one there. Go to Cape Coast. So we have so many across the nation.
Oh,
we have so
okay.
many
No,
offices
not only in Accra.
Not only in Accra. Accra there is a head office.
That is here. So if anything beyond their capacity, they come here.
They come here. We have Amasama into there. Yeah, we have there, but the most often the head office is in Accra. Is at beside the Ministry of Energy.
Okay.
That environment. Ministry of Energy, Ministry of Environment and Tourism. That place, that enclave. Yeah, behind, I think the back is Registrar General. So that's where EPA office. When you come there, you see that I'll see you have done LED screen that's displaying, very nice. You see that you can even, it's very easy to see visual to see. Yeah, so come around, just pass through our place and let's have a conversation concerning especially your permits and your licenses, everything that you need concerning the environment. Just pass EPA. Let us have a talk.
Okay. Yeah. So closing docket on the environment and everything. What 3 things would you like to tell the ordinary Ghanaians out there?
Yeah, so I will tell the ordinary Ghanaians that you are supposed to keep your environments safe. You're supposed to dispose refuse very well, and make sure that you come and take permits for everything that's concerning anything that you are doing concerning the environment. Yeah, just visit EPA at all your convenient time, and just engage us on our media platforms too. You actually answer to you.
So you see, now I want to date into your affairs kakra. So let's go to your should I say, is it your constituency?
No, so it's my district.
Your district.
Yeah.
Clote.
It's municipal.
Municipal. Yeah. Your municipality. Clote. And then you happens to be the vice president of the NSS Personnel Association. So what's next for your people? I mean, they're listening to you. Well, is there something in the pipe that they're supposed to know, or maybe that one's at the right time?
Oh no, I think with that one, I told them before they even voted for me. So lucky enough, this morning I just got the news that we'll be doing our swearing in today.
Wait, so they just voted for you?
Yeah, I'm the elect. Yeah. So
okay. Congratulations.
Thank you. So
where's the party? No, you get finished. So you're done.
I thank all the people that voted for me, all the people in Clote Municipal that voted for me as their vice president. Just got a news that our swearing in is today at the municipal NSS office, and greetings to our Director Irene, and Madam Prinsla, and Madam Rose Gideon, everybody that is working at the municipal office. We'll be there for our swearing in. And just as I promised you before you voting for me, we urge that we will know that everything that I promised you, it will come to bear before we leave office next year. I think it's a 1 year term there, so we are just being in office for 1 year. So everything I promised, that busing system and the queue that you be in when you are come to do your evaluation and all that, you make sure that it comes down. You come, you do your evaluation fast, and you go. Yeah, we make sure that the queue system is it will come down. We partner with the stakeholders that are involved, the MP that's at the district, at the municipal, to give us buses that can bus our NSS personnel to the office to come and do their evaluation and send them back. Yeah, because we, the NSS personnel, we don't have money. 715. Yeah, it doesn't reach.
I thought they said they've increased it, and I am also.
No, they have not increased.
They've not increased it.
We still take.
So the 715 now.
We still take the 715.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
So from all that, and we just as we promise that we will speak to the stakeholders, those that are involved, the regional people and the national people, that our money is low, so that they will increase it. We know that this fight maybe won't benefit we are doing there. We are doing our NSS now. Yes. So you advocate for all those people that are coming behind us before when we finish our NSS, those that will be coming. We advocate, we speak to the district level. You need to speak to the regional people and speak to the national people here, because the districts here, we are the least people. So we need to talk to our fellow executives that are at the regional level and the national level to listen to us. Then they will send our plea to the director in charge, Madam Roots, so that he will listen to us, that speak to the government on our behalf, that they will increase the money. Because President kind, so maybe you remind the president that okay, we need an increment. 715 there, and so yet it's nothing to write home about here, but we manage on it as it stands now. So we are just hoping that they increase it. And also we spoke to them about initiatives that we will bring to their doorsteps, like the Ejumera and then the entrepreneurship program that the government is already enrolling. We will go speak to the National Innovation and Apprenticeship Plan, Esquire Eric, to come to our municipal and bring it to the doorstep of our people. We promise them that, and we will make sure that we will deliver our promise before we leave office here. And it is feasible. These things are feasible because it's already happening. So it's just that we just draw it to our people. Yeah, it's feasible. So we promise them that all these things will come to bear. Yeah, and I'll take this opportunity to congratulate all my colleagues that were voted for in Greater Accra, the new executives that are in Greater Accra, and those that are coming to be voted in. Some elections are happening today at Adenta, Gansouth, and all that. I just want to tell them that they should stand strong and all the best in their election, and everything that comes out from it. It's not the end of your journey, and those that will win too, congratulations in advance. Yeah, I'll pass through and support you. All my friends that
Vice President is coming.
All the presidents that are in, and I think Greater Accra is next. You see that the dream goes beyond the district and go to the regional level. Yes, so all my colleagues that are in Greater Accra, we are in all together. Let us support one call so that Greater Accra will be great, and it will go on well when it comes to NASPA. NASPA is something that it's really dear to my heart because it contains the youth. Yeah, so let's come together and battle for one front and make NASPA a great one. When you finish with Greater Accra, we can move forward to the next level. So,
but do you think your plea will be heeded onto or upon with the increments of the? So
I feel that it's better off for you to say something than you to keep mute. So say something, let us see the effect of it. Than you keeping quiet and saying that it won't work out, so let's keep it. But maybe what you would have gone to say, is something that we take into consideration. So we are saying it, we are pushing forward for it. Let us have the engagement with them and see the fruit that will bear. Yeah.
Let us have an engagement with them. There is no harm in trying
at
all. There is no
Definitely,
harm in trying. So maybe there will be a change when you take the move. So your final words of UAC.
So I take this opportunity to thank my CEO, Professor Nana Ama Brown Kluche, CEO of EPA, and to thank my director at Korle Klote Municipal Assembly, Madam Irene, and my director at EPA to Madam Audrey, and my own Madam Mavis at Internal Communication, and everybody at Internal Communication. I greet you all, and all the NSPs at Korle Klote, and especially EPA. All my greetings to you, and Greater Accra at a whole. I greet all the NSPs there, and my own guys that are around. Obey Tinka, I think he's listening to us now, and Cars, BB, and all the people at EPA. Olunka too. I think Olunka is watching.
Olunka, someone's name.
Olunka. When you get to EPA, you mention Olunka, you see him. When you see him, Yeah.
He's Olunka.
That is the Olunka. Yeah. Yeah. And greetings to everybody at University of Ghana. The University of Ghana SRC President Labi Richmond and Madik Ali. I think on your election, I wish you farewell in your election and all that. Yeah, and all those that celebrated their birthday today, I wish you all well.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Okay, so at this juncture, we would like to draw curtains on the second segment of the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. This has been so insightful and educative. Trust me, you have really learned something, and I know you also did. And so you heard, as for the second name, you need to help me. Netege.
Yeah. Netege.
So you heard from Mr. Joshua Netege, President of the Environmental Protection Authority National Service Scheme, and then Vice President of Korle Klote National Service Personnel Association. Yes. Thank you so much for making time with us. I know that you've picked something from here, and I believe that when we all follow through the directive of the EPA, this, like Ghana, the environment to be a safe place for you and I. So please, let's just follow the directive going forward, because trust me, by next year, 1st January, there wouldn't be anything like rubber. Take away. So we should just start it from now, so that we'll get used to it before 1st January 2027. Thank you so much for sticking tuned. I am Deborah Dawson. Good morning.